Please read the disclaimer. Hello and welcome. That was a bit of a weird intro, kind of like a demo reel more than anything. But I'm Bio, and today we're looking at another Cocoto game. This time around we're looking at Cocoto Surprise. So, not only is it a bit of a weird title, Cocoto Surprise, it seems to be another fishing game. Or a sequel to the fishing game at least. But it's not actually based around actual fishing. The traditional means of fishing is what I'm saying. So, yeah, not the traditional means to normally fish. So we're not exactly fishing fish in this game. It looks like we're fishing presents, and when we get the presents, they unlock goodies that we can view, like snow globes and musical instruments. A little bit weird, but whatever. So, I'll give you a little bit of info about this game before we continue. So, this game was developed by Neko Entertainment. Not a surprise, they develop all the Cocoto games. And it was published by Bigben Interactive. The game was scheduled to be released in America, but it was cancelled. I assume just because of poor sales in Europe, I assume. That's the only thing I can think of. So, but then again, I can see that most of the games from this point on for Cocoto would be kind of like faded into existence, you know. I think Cocoto was a bit more of an unknown, obscure brand to begin with. To have even more, the later games become even more obscure kind of jazz. So we played as Cocoto, we played as Shiny. So we'll do Neuro on this one. And here he is, the boy with the glasses, Neuro. Okay. I assume it's loading. There we go. So far, as I've stated in my previous videos where I've looked at Cocoto games, is that they're not exactly terrible games. There's certain elements that really could be changed. But I actually thought Fishing Master was probably one of the first one that I could honestly say was a decent game. Kart Racer had its issues, Platform Jumper had its issues, but it didn't seem too bad. Okay, so we have like the toy box, and then we have the toy fishing. So does he play like a game on his computer to fish the toys? That's weird. Let's go in the toy box first then. Yeah, it looks like that's all the stuff to unlock. Oh god, sneeze. Sorry about that. And we have information on the board. Well, let's go to the toy fishing. And to think that we're it's a bit weird, isn't it? So technically we're playing a what? Connect the nunchuck to the Wii remote. Oh, fantastic! It's one of those, is it? Well, you didn't tell me that, did ya, you fucking idiot? Ah, my word. Nunchuck. Oh, there we go. Oh, my word. And we spin. Oh, okay. Oh, great. It's one of those. But why, though? But why? Okay. Okay, so it's asking me to use the nunchuck in a way which is technically impossible for me to do. But why though? Why why would you have it like this? Oh dear. There's a little bit of risk involved when you decide to play one of the games on the Wii. You just Wii emulate, one of the Wii Cocoto games. So it looks like this one has massive amounts of motion control. So we may or may not be able to play this. And no, I'm not connecting. I don't know where my official Wii remote is. And the one I was using for the last time I tried using an emulated, not an emulated, a real Wii remote, which was a fake one because I'm not paying stupid money to have a official one, to buy a new official one where I've got my official Wii remotes kicking about somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it's kicking about somewhere, in the house. So I bought a knockoff one for a reasonable price. I thought it was reasonable. It came with a nunchuck, and it was dog shit. I tried using it for cooling and Dew on the Grudge, and it was absolutely. I lost my temper with it because it was fucking atrocious. So yeah, back into the emulated Wii remote, and let's see if I can. We're doing it, boys. So welcome to the struggle, as the struggle is real. There we go. I'm doing that with the numpad, by the way. So it looks like this is going to be a struggle to play. Just based on the demo reel that I saw. Oh god, look at this. Once again the fairy. Oh, I've got to shake the Wii remote this time. Is that that should be calibrated? Why isn't that calibrated? Oh, it is calibrated. All right. There it is. God, it's so fucking weird. Oh, we got a spaceship. Okay then. Fair enough, I guess. So yeah, the whole entire game is fish up these presents, and then yeah, it's okay. Obviously, as you can see, it doesn't really work that well, which is a bit surprising. You think I'm using an emulated fucking way of doing the motion controls, and it's like this. It's just a bit weird, isn't it? There we go. And then we now do it the other way. It's a bit awkward because I'm working like on original hardware. This game would be fine, I think. But use but at the same time, it's a bit strange how I've got it mapped to keys, and yet the key seems to struggle with it. So it makes me feel like the motion controls may not be implemented that great. What irritates me is why can't they just have I've said this before about all Wii games. There's a few exceptions, right? Like maybe Wii Sports, but even if they had the ability for you to use a GameCube controller or something, I would have no issue. So I can move the present around. See, look, that's pretty responsive. The fucking I'm using the WASD keys to move the nunchuck. This is me moving the nunchuck around. There you go. Have the prize. Let's shake the hook. Deary me, every time, every time. So I guess it's a bit difficult to not notice it when Fairy is there and it's like purposely zoomed into her. If she, you know what I mean? It's like you start looking, you think, why? Certain things she does as well is like, why? All right, so as you can see, no, I'm not. I'm good. I'm not going to release it. I'm just going to give it to Fairy. There we go. Is there another one? Yeah, there is another one. It's just too bad. Like if the motion controls, I'd be fine with it using the nunchuck. If the motion controls, if the motion controls were done via the Wii remote, and it was just moving the thing around. So this was the motion controls. You know what I mean? This was the motion controls. But instead, you're using the motion control to lower the fucking thing down, and it's not. Obviously, it doesn't work that great, does it? We have another present. So we're technically playing this, even with the awkward control scheme. We're technically playing this. So what is it gonna give us? We have gotten a head for a figurine. That's okay then. And okay, so we've done the tutorial, and now we've got stages that we can pick from. We got like an underwater one. Yeah, I did see in the like little demo reel I had the different stages. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look in the toy box to see what's going on there, and then I'm going to probably come off because there's no real point of me putting too much time. And look, that's the thing, we can play with it by using. And there we go. There it is, a bell tower. So yeah, the whole entire game is fishing up presents and getting toys out of it that you can play with in the toy room. For a kid, I imagine the kid would have loved this, as you know, fair enough. So my 2 cents are, it's okay. Like I said, I have no issue with this game whatsoever, except for the fairy. No, fuck the fairy. No. Bad. That's a bad terminology. No, that's bad. But that's a bad expression, string of words. That's my only issue with the Cocoto series. I don't. I think the fairy is. I've said it before. I think the fairy has got a very interesting outfit and interesting proportions especially when you compare the fairy character to the female demon. shiny, where female demon shiny just looks normal. There's nothing that's overtly sexual about her, and yet the fairy, they purposely made the fairy like that, and it's like, oh my god, why have you done this? It's just weird to have in a kids game. You know what I mean? It's just like one of those things. And I'm sorry, it's like you may go, oh well, it's only because you're noticing it. Well, how can you not notice it? That's what I don't understand. It's just really, really, really weird that if you saying like, oh, I didn't notice it until you mentioned it. Well, are you sure about that? See, I've got the balls, right, to say something and say that's not on. Why is that in a kid's game? That's fucking wrong. I've got the balls to say that. I've got the balls to say that is fucking wrong. That shouldn't be in this game. Whereas you're just sitting there, just not saying nothing. You know what I mean? I'll continue to point it out. I might point it out in every single video if I feel like if it's front, right, and center like it was in Fishing Master and it is in this game, then I will probably mention it. But if it isn't, then I probably won't. It's just it's just something I feel like it should be mentioned. Like, why is this in the game? Why is this like this? Why is this the only character like this? You know, it's not the only female character. You got Shiny as well. Shiny's not like that. So why is this the fairy character specifically like this? Anyway, I don't want to go on another tirade about the fucking fairy like I did in Fishing Master. So we'll call it there for this Cocoto game. It's a bit difficult to play on the Dolphin emulator, but it seems like it would have been a cool game. I would have enjoyed this as a kid, just fishing about for prizes to get toys that you can play with in this virtual toy rooms. It's cool. So I think we've got 3 more Cocoto games that I'm planning to. No, 4 more. I think it's 4 more Cocoto games I'm planning to look at. I think. Don't quote me on that. I think it's 4 more. I'm going to have a little bit of a... So, because it's 4 and not 5, I'm replacing what would be the 5th Cocoto game with another Bioclassics. So you're going to have a time when you have 2 Bioclassics, one after the other. And that's the only reason why it's like that, is because there's only 8 games I wanted to look at for Cocoto, and I wanted to do them. I try to make it so it's 10, or at least 5 for each series, so it fits. But, shit happens. It is what it is. But yeah, so we'll call it there. So that was Cocoto Surprise. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.